Hi, I'm Maggie Weldon, owner of Maggie's Crochet. I'm very proud to say that maggiescrochet.com is the largest all crochet site online with thousands of crochet patterns and hundreds of them are free. I've been crocheting for over 40 years and I've been designing for over 30. So I'm hoping that through these videos I can help you to master the art of crochet. So pick up your hook and your yarn and let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a double crochet circle. So we start out with a slip knot and I wrap my yarn this end. I'm going to make a circle in front of me. Now the part of the circle, the strand of yarn that goes over the top, is the one I'm going to fold to the back. And it looks like a pretzel, and that back strand right there is what I'm going to pick out of that circle. And if you notice, one side is like the knot side and the other side is the loose strand. So I'm going to tighten the knot side right there. And I'm going to adjust my loop to go on my hook like this. And I want it snug to the hook, but not so snug that it wouldn't move. So it's going to be moving just like this. So for a circle, I'm going to start out with chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I join with a slip stitch in the first chain or the 4th chain from hook to form a ring. So I slip stitch in here and I put my finger right here so that I know right where the center of my ring is. And then I finish the slip stitch right here by drawing this through. And then I know where my center is and I chain 3 and that's going to count as my first double crochet. So that beginning ring, it's going to say chain 4, slip stitch in 4th chain from hook to form ring, and that's what I did right here. Sometimes it's a chain 3, but that makes it kind of tight. And while I'm working all the stitches into the center of my ring right here, I'm going to be working over the strand of my, the end of my starting chain here. And then I can use that as a drawstring to close up the center hole. So I'm going to work a double crochet into the center of the ring, and I'm working over this end too. So I'm going to draw that out, and that's 2, because that beginning chain 3 counts as 1. So I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, now I've worked over that strand the whole time, so it's tucked in there pretty good. Now, in the directions it's going to say join with a slip stitch to first double crochet, because it established in the beginning that the beginning chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So you have the beginning chain was 3, so you have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the 3rd chain, the top chain there, of the beginning chain 3. So I'm going to draw a loop out and then draw it through here. So I've joined my circle, and if I turn it to the back, the strand that I worked over, all I have to do is pull it, and it's going to pull the center tight. And then when I sew in my ends, I'll secure it right there so that doesn't come out. But that way you don't have a hole in the middle there. So now that's round 1, and this is the right side, and this would be the wrong side. On the right side you can see the top eyes of each double crochet. I call them eyes. They're the 2 strands that make the eye shape. So again, I'm going to chain 3. That's going to count as my first double crochet, and then I'm going to double crochet in the same stitches joining. So there's 2. I'm going to work 2 in each one around. Each round of the double crochet circle increases by 12. Some are different, but typically this is how they're done. You can do a lot of things with the circles. Hats start out with circles. The jar cover I showed you started out with a circle at the bottom. Potholders a lot of times are circles. You can make 2 of these about 8 inches across and then put the wrong sides together and then crochet a border around them to connect them. You could keep going with these rounds and use multiple strands of yarn and make a rug. This could be the top of a toilet tissue cover. You would just do a circle until it's the size that you want. You may have to do, like if this is too small for the top, but another round would make it too large, you could do just a round of single crochets because they're shorter. Okay, so before I connect this, I'm going to make sure that I have the 24. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. Okay, and I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet, which is the starting chain. So now I have 24. Now for the next round, I'm going to chain 3 again. I'm going to double crochet in the same stitches joining. Now this time, if I did 2 in every one around, I would have 48 stitches, but I only want to increase by 12. So that would be every other stitch. So I do 2 in here, and I do 1 in the next one. And then I do 2, and then I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the next one, 2, and then 1, 2. So every other one gets an increase. 2, and 1, 2, Now if you've done it right, you should end with your repeat, because I started with 2, an increase here, and then a double crochet by itself. So I should end with a double crochet by itself, because the repeat is the 2 doubles and then 1 double. So right here, now I have 36. So the next round I would have 48. I'm going to join this one with a slip stitch. And I'm going to chain 3 for the next one, and I would double crochet in the same stitches joining, and then I'm going to put a double crochet by itself, and then I'm going to do another double crochet by itself. So it's real easy to remember this pattern. Right here my repeat is going to be 2 doubles, and then a double in the next one, and a double in the next one. So every single round increases by 1 double crochet in between the increases. So on this round, I'm going to have 2 individual double crochets in between my increases. And the next round, there's going to be 3 in between the increases, and 4 and 5 and 6, and the pattern just keeps repeating like that. So you can see how you can just keep going with your increases, and it's going to stay really even. So there's a double and a double. Now I'm going to do an increase into the next stitch. And every single round is increasing by 12. So that's how you do a double crochet circle. I could keep going and going, but I think you know how to do it from this video. So here is 12, here's 24, here's 36. This round, when I finish it, would have 48. The next one will have 60. It's just all increments of 12 double crochet stitches. So that's how you do a double crochet circle. If you have any comments or ideas for other videos, we'd love to hear from you.